We knew this was coming. There is no surprise, no one should be shocked by this. Disney increases the price of their tickets every single year. This is the annual ticket price increase. And let's go over those numbers. Now, I'm not going to tell you that I'm thrilled with this news that Disney's charging more money, but it's a business, they have to make more money, so let's hear about those prices. The ticket prices have increased for all of the different parks at Walt Disney World. Let's go over value, regular, and peak at Magic Kingdom, Epcot, Hollywood Studios, Animal Kingdom, and the Park Hopper option. Now, when I say value, regular, and peak, that's the time of year that you choose to go to Disney. So there are value times of year, regular times of year, and then peak times of year like Christmas. That's peak, just as an example. For the Magic Kingdom, value goes from $107 to $109 per day. That's not too bad. Regular goes $115 to $119, and peak goes $124 to $129. That's not too bad. Epcot, Hollywood Studios, and Animal Kingdom have entered the 3-digit realm for all different days at the parks. Value goes from $99 to $102, regular $107 to $114, and peak $119 to $122 per day. Adding the Park Hopper option has also gotten a little bit more expensive, $162 to $164 for the value days, regular $170 to $174, and peak days $174 to $184. It's more than likely that on your Disney vacation, you're not going to be buying just one ticket. You're probably going to buy a multi-day ticket. Well, those prices have increased as well. 2 days at the parks goes from $199 to $209. For the 3-day ticket, it goes from $289 to $325. That's quite a bit of an increase. For 4 days, it goes from $350 to $400. And for 5 days, it increases from $370 to $415. Now, for those annual pass holders in our family, including myself, I'd love to be able to tell you that our prices have not increased. They've stayed the same, but that just simply wouldn't be true. Let's go over those prices. For a new Disney Silver Pass, it goes from $419 to $439. For the renewal, it goes from $356 to $373. A new Gold Pass used to be $559, now going up to $589. The renewal used to cost $475, now up to $500. The Platinum Pass used to cost $779. It is now going to cost $849. To renew the Platinum Pass, it used to cost $662, now it's going to cost $721. Now finally we come down to the Platinum Plus Pass. Try saying that 3 times fast. Platinum Plus Pass, Platinum Plus Pass. Oh my gosh. Formerly it was $869, now it is going up to $949 for a new Platinum Plus Pass. The renewal for a Platinum Plus Pass goes from $738 to $806. I know, no one wants to see those prices go up, I know, but we want the magic to continue to expand, we want Disney to build more, we want the prices to remain the same. That would be the perfect world, but that doesn't happen. To me, these prices just seem a little bit on the high side. I am no budget expert, I don't know all these little things, I know that magic comes at a cost at Walt Disney World, I do know that. But let's just take the Platinum Pass just for a minute. Last year, the price increase was $30. The year before that, for 2016, there was no increase. The year before that, it was a $90 increase. So there was one larger increase in 2015. This year, $70. So it's not the biggest increase, but it's the second largest ever for the Platinum Pass. That's a big increase. And don't even get me started on the Platinum Plus price increase. That was an $80 increase. Last year the increase was $40. The year before that there was no increase. The year before that it was a $50 increase in 2015. This is the largest increase we have ever seen for the Platinum Plus Disney World Annual Pass. Large price increases are never fun for us the consumers. It isn't. It is not. But if you think on the corporate level, they just saw an increase of 13% revenue for their parks and resorts. So you know they're thinking to themselves, okay, we can charge more for this because clearly people love it. They keep coming back, they keep spending money. We're making even more money now and we can increase it. Now I do know the counter argument. A lot of friends tell me, Michael, this really budgets me out of Walt Disney World, and I definitely feel that same crunch. I have to budget every single time for all of my trips. I have to think about where I'm going to save, where I'm not going to spend money this time. I have to think about not going out for dinners, like all these little things. I am budgeting all the way down to make sure that I can afford afford to go to Walt Disney World, and I think that's what it comes down to. Budgeting out what's most important to you, and with this price increase, it gets a little bit more tricky. Now, we could talk all day long about how we wish that Disney had a different approach to this, and the money is just getting so tight. I know it is. But instead, I want to try to make this video as helpful as possible, so I'm going to try and give you a few of the things that I do to budget my Disney trips. Now, when I think about budgeting at Disney, and keep in mind, I'm not talking about like not going out to dinner as much, not things outside of Disney. I'm talking about budgeting at Disney. The first thing that I will cut out, usually, merchandise. It is so tough for me because I love the Disney merchandise. Shirts and hats and mugs, they are fantastic. Magic bands, I love them all, and it's so hard to resist sometimes. It really is. And I have to thank you for sending me such wonderful things to kind of make up for those times where I don't get everything that I really want because I'm budgeting it out. But when I buy less merchandise at Walt Disney World, it really allows me to go more frequently and stay at those resorts, which do cost a lot of money, and those aren't optional. Like, I have to stay at the resorts. Like the merchandise, that's a little bit more optional. $25 shirt, I can use that to another Disney trip. The second thing that I budget out of my Disney trips is food. Now, you might be saying, Michael, are you really budgeting it, or are you kind of going over your budget by going to places like California Grill on our last adventure? Well, I do go to those places, but it's thanks to you and your wonderful gift cards, which I use for those dining locations, and I really do appreciate it. If I'm really thinking about costs, I might bring granola or a protein bar with me in my suitcase and eat it in the morning. That way I'm not as hungry for breakfast, and then maybe I can do a quick service here and there throughout the day and avoid those table service, which save me a lot of money. The last thing I'll do to reduce some of those costs is stay at the value resorts much more than I'll stay at moderate resorts. You may be able to tell from our adventures, but I went to French Quarter and Riverside last year. This year I did a lot more Pop Century and Art of Animation. That's just another way for me to try and save money so I can go more frequently. Now, I do know that budgeting for Disney is extremely difficult, especially for large families. I can only imagine that cost of having like 5 of you trying to go in the parks at once. That I can only imagine that is extremely difficult. As you're thinking about how you want to budget at Disney, let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Will you cut back on food, maybe the table service, maybe not as much merchandise, maybe you'll downgrade to a different resort? Let me know in the comments below. I'd love to hear your thoughts. Thank you so much for being a part of the magic with me. Until next time, have a magical day.